Odysseus Ives burrowed out of John Hurt's chest on June 25th, 1979, and immediately took the world by storm by becoming the first baby to win the men's Olympic triathlon in Seattle, Washington. He represented Oslo, Norway during the event. Shortly after his Olympic victory, Ives ran into that guy from Taxi, who would transform his life forever. He was shown time travel by the guy from that movie with Michael Keaton, that dude from Animal House, and Young Frankenstein, about those crazy guys who went to a baseball game and went back in time to 1958 to ensure that his parents got it on sex style during the enchantment under the sea dance, so Ives and his siblings would eventually be born. During the event, Ives took the stage and performed a raucous rendition of For Whom the Bell Tolls for the seemingly riveted and dumbfounded listening audience. This, however, turned the gymnasium into a bloodbath, the likes of which hadn't been witnessed since the time of Nero. The teenagers couldn't handle that kind of rock and roll. It was entirely too soon. Ives was a true maniac. After touring with the Kinks for their 1962 North American tour, aptly titled the Sniff Our Panties, You Yankee Twits Tour, he attempted to circumnavigate the globe in a Zeppelin. The trip was highly successful until a tragic mid-air collision occurred between Burl and Batboy somewhere in the Arctic Circle. Batboy did not survive the accident. Burl trudged across the Arctic landscape, gnawing on bits of Batboy for sustenance. He had made it on foot an estimated 42 miles when he came face to face with who he would later describe as a large, fat man who would jiggle like a bowl full of jelly when he was overcome with merriment. Ives was nearly frozen and on the precipice of death when the fat man utilised his Christmas magic and assimilated Ives with the icy environment to save his life. Upon realising that his vitality was once again restored, Ives devoured the fat man and continued on to warmer climates. Ives attacked Nova Scotia, Canada with ferocious intent and quickly held the US border hostage. He demanded that Jimmy Carter and Gallagher publicly make out on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, or he would devour Carol Burnett publicly on the Hour of Power with Billy Graham. Ives got his wish and left Carol Burnett alone in return. Ives was always a man of his word. He then demanded to see the man who had changed his life, and the US government obeyed this wish as well. The guy who played the hobo in Dennis the Menace was flown to the US-Canadian border post-haste. Ives persuaded the dude who played Uncle Fester in the Addams Family to send him back in time once more. The guy from Suburban Commando told him yes, if it would stop the bloodshed, and Burl was once again reacquainted with the DeLorean that had first brought him back to the 1950s. This time, he was headed much further back into the past. Burl set his sights on ancient Egypt, where he slayed the pharaoh, took control of the empire, and enslaved the Jews to build the first ever Burger King in Cairo. And that is why Burl Ives is a real rock and roller of history.